So let's move to recommendation 2. This is quite straightforward and quite technical. And the technical aspect is just, you have 2 active ingredients, but your concentration is just on 1. So just like we have in the previous example where you have profenophos and cypermethrin, in this case, you have, in this case rather, you don't have a specific square meter to work with. You are working straightforward, 1 hectare, 1 hectare. So there's no need to get the quantity of the land of this in 1 hectare. So you just work straight with 10,000 square meters. So let's just go. So good. So you have question 1. Find out the quantity of profenophos to be sprayed in 1 hectare area. If the rate of application is 0.66 kilogram of the active ingredients in that hectare is required per the hectare rather. So to explain this, you have this to be 1 liter. Inside of this, you have profenophos and cypermethrin. Inside of this, you have profenophos to be 40%, cypermethrin to be 4%. Now, because of this quantity that you have here, you will now look for the quantity of profenophos since you're only calculating for profenophos. So in that case, 660, although this one is 1 liter, but this time around, 660 of the whole, 40% of the 660 is profenophos. So what do you want to do? You bring out the 660, divide it by the 40% strength of profenophos. It will give you the exact profenophos in the solution. So what do you do? Now, this is because this is quite specific. Let's go ahead to do some calculations. Okay, rate of application. 660 of all of these active ingredients is needed per hectare. All right, 660 grams. Active ingredient that we're calculating for profenophos, which is 40% strength. Quantity of water is stated here to be 400 liters. If it is not stated also, it's 400 liters, except stated otherwise. Then the sprayer capacity. $16 liters. Okay. So 660, which is the entire grammage that has the profenophos and the cypermethrin, excluding some other inner substances and all, you have 660 divided by the 40% strength. 40 times 100. It gives you 1,050 gram or mu in this case because it is liquid. Just like this one, you have it to be 1 kg. So in this case, 1 kg equals 1 mil. Not in all cases. In this case, where you have it to be liquid, but it's stated here as 1 kg. 1 kg equals to 1 mil. Question 1. This one is just straightforward. Rather, question 2. How many tanks is needed? We have calculated for question 1, which is find out the quantity of profenophos to be sprayed in 1 hectare if the rate of application is 0.66 kilogram of active ingredients is required per hectare. So C60, which is here, 40%, which is there, 60 divided by the 40% will give you the 1650 mil, which will be required per hectare. Straightforward, no games around this. Then question 2. This one too is straightforward. What you just need to do is 400 liters divided by 16 liters will give you 25 tanks or knapsacks. That's what is required to go in 1 hectare. Remember, this is just this is no long story. You are not required to do additional calculation of the squares. Say you're having 500 square meters, 192 square meters, then you'll now be looking at how many 192 square meters can you find in 10,000 square meters. Then you do your calculation and you get that. But this is straightforward 1 liter, 1 hectare rather. What is the quantity of products per tank? What is the quantity of product per tank? So, what is the product we are looking for here? 1650 gram profenophos divided by 25. Remember, just like we did in the previous cycle. So, 66 mil per knapsack of 16 liters. Chicken, straightforward. It's easy peasy. So this is recommendation. So yes, come in.